cannot go around me or through me to get to my father law, for he and I are one and the same. Now you see what must be done before you can be a universal architect.
Universal justice. Balance scale, divine righteous judgment. Now be the black man time. Fuck if you trust this, you gonna feel the positive vibe. Oh, we gon' bust quick. How do you filthy as lies? Young black people need to learn who you are and understand why you're light skin, brown and dark. And always know where the sun get the heat to stay hot. Stand firm in your square and you never will stop. Rock out with your cock out and never drop out. You be the masters of subconscious, ultra builder, no doubt. You build a planet real fast, ultra smooth with no sound. You build a planet real fast, ultra smooth with no sound.
Sun's in sight, katana swore me my copper. I fast to meditate upon that ass like we're hard. Assimilate your fate, alarm the brigade.
You cannot go around me or through me to get to my father law, for he and I are one and the same. Now you see what must be done before you can be a universe.
Hey. Peace to the world, peace to everybody, man. Peace to all the positive people out there in the world, man, in the universe, man. I hope y'all hearing us all loud and clear, man. It's a pleasure to be here and a pleasure to be with y'all and a pleasure to be adding on. Peace to everybody. Peace, Odyssey. How you feeling? You alright? Peace to the God.
Peace. Let's say peace to everybody. Welcome back. Saying it's the God on Earth Hour. Here to bring it to you live, you know what I'm saying, hot off the wax, hot off the tracks, you know what I'm saying, give you nothing but straight and actual facts, you know.
Right and exact, man. So peace to everybody, man. It's a pleasure, man, being here with everybody. God, you hear me okay?
Yeah, God, we loud and clear.
Word. No, what I was going to say, peace to everybody that's here, man. If this is your first time tuning in with us, welcome to the God and Earth Hour podcast, man. And what we do, man, we here to help individuals and help people that may have never been introduced to our culture or our way of life get in tune with it, get connected with it, man, and get an insight with it, man, right and exact. All right, we here to expound on different topics, on different insights. Say no sound. That's what I was figuring out. What something was up. Hold on. Say no sound, peace.
Shit, I hear it's loud.
You hear me? You hear me loud, right?
Yeah.
Peace.
Nice.
Yo, let us know, man, if the sound coming through in the comments, if you can hear us or if you can't hear us. I see, man. You want anything you want to say? You want to introduce yourself?
Oh yeah, I see a law. You know, straight out of here from D Mecca. You know, here on the podcast live for y'all tonight. You know, striving to get some science, you know, some understanding, knowledge, wisdom, and understanding to individuals that may lack it and may want it. You know, that's what we're here for. You know, we got a nice topic in line for you. You know, sit back and get ready for some jewels.
Word, man. So yeah. So like the guy said, we got plenty of jewels. We definitely got some hotness coming in. And that's what we're here to do, man. We're here to add on. We're here to build. And we're here to help people help introduce y'all to the knowledge of self, man. Because that's what y'all need. So tonight's topic, man, on the Friday Night Cipher, because that's what we like to call our Friday Night Builds. We talking about who and what is God, man. A lot of people come around and they want to get this knowledge and they be interested in our culture and our way of life, and they hear what we teach and hear what we talk about. And you know, one of the main things that people come to, one of the questions that people have when they come into the knowledge is, what is God? You know what I mean? Everybody looking for I think everybody's looking for I don't want to say everybody, but I know that a lot of young people, a lot of people in general, man, who lost in the wilderness of North America, who just lost about the truth. It's a lot of people stuck in religion. So one of the things we hear most is, who is God? What is God? What is that? Especially those that's us, that's learned and that's in the know. And we want to expound on that and what people teach about that, because ultimately, man, we want to in a sense, we want to kill the mystery.
Especially when people are amongst us and they hear us speaking, you know, amongst each other, you know, and they hear, you know, speaking of, you know, peace, God, you know, what's the deal, God, you know, speaking of science, the different mathematics, you know, dealing with our language or whatnot. You know, individuals tend to ask, you know, what is that y'all talking about? You know what I'm saying? What is that? You know, you're saying God, you know, what is God? Who is God? What is that about? You know, so tonight, you know, we just kind of want to focus on that and, you know, get that answer right, you know. give some understanding to that question, some insight. You know, we good with the volume, we good with everything.
Yeah, it was just a little off. No, yeah, absolutely, God. Like you said, just give some understanding to
Yeah,
that.
some understanding and some insight, you know what I'm saying, to who and what is God.
Word. And if you got questions during this live, make sure that you drop your questions in the comments. Like we said, what we talking about is who and what is God. Now, as 5%ers and as individuals in our culture, we know that if you don't know, we are what they call 5%ers. You hear on the 5% connection, and we
Allah's
teach
5%.
Allah's 5%. Peace to the God, and we teach that the black man is God. We teach like in such things that there is no mystery God.
The black man is God, whose proper name is Allah. You know, that's what we teach.
And God, what I just want to kind of dig into that a little bit, in the sense that, you know, people, we've always been taught that God is a magical, unseen, you know, omnipotent being in the sky that you can't see, that you can't touch. And we want to add on to that. We want to dispel it. And we want to understand how. One question that I always had, especially coming into knowledge, is how can there be something that is the creator of all, that is more powerful than all other things in existence, can see all other things in existence, hear all these things in existence, but doesn't exist itself, meaning it doesn't have a physical shape. You can't see it, you can't touch it, you can't write it a letter, you can't walk. Well, you know what I mean? You can't do any of this. But yet you have this entity, and this being has so much control and so much push and pull over the world itself. You know what I mean? And God, what you was about to say?
Well, I wasn't about to say anything. You know, I said maybe that thought was just radiating. You know what I'm saying? So hard that you just picked up on it. However, you know, it's the fact that it's an idea that's been planted so deep into the subconscious of the people that it is their living and waking reality every day. The idea of what we call, we term this thing a mystery God. And the reason why we term it a mystery God is because it is something that you can never know until you die. You understand what I'm saying? So therefore, we term it a mystery God. And, you know, like you said, you know, the idea that individuals hold on to this, you know, all over the planet, you know, in the same way, you know, and you say that it's something, and this is where the oxymoron of it all comes into play. It's something that doesn't exist. That's a conundrum within itself. How can you have something that doesn't exist?
When you say it's a conundrum, what you mean, God?
Like, there is no such thing as nothing. There's no such thing as no thing. Because, let's take it back. One of the prime definitions of God is the supreme being.
True indeed.
The supreme means the is the definite article, which means there's none other. Supreme means most high, means there's none above it. Being means to exist, to be, to have being means to exist. To exist means that you must, or it, this is why we say who and what, because to exist, you have to take up space.
Oh.
And in order to take up space, you have to have length, width, and depth.
Studying 120 right.
You understand what I'm saying? And without these three things, just like knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, you cannot exist. So therefore, to say that there's a God that is nowhere around, it cannot be detected with the physical senses, that's saying that that thing doesn't exist. It's nothing. It's no thing. And there's no such thing as no thing. We even were taught in mathematics that the whole science of a cipher was to be a placeholder.
Peace be born.
You understand? So, with that, there's no such thing as a mystery, God.
Ooh.
No, God is not. Now, if you bear witness to God as a supreme being.
Well, well, God, that's why we want to get this thing. We want to.
Yeah, that's what we're gonna elaborate on tonight.
We want to elaborate on that.
Yeah,
because
you know
I think what we have to understand is that our people have been taught the science of God without understanding.
And that's what we're here to break that.
Right, we're here to give understanding.
I always say that's a slave teaching.
Ooh, come on.
The science
God.
of a mystery God is a slave teaching. That was a tool that was used to make a good slave.
Bill.
And the more you hold on to that teaching, the better you are to be used as a tool for them. And the them is anybody that got a plan where you don't.
Ooh. Now, that's a good one for you. How do you use religion to make a slave? How can a person's mindset, the way a person views the world, how can a person's spiritual
You give them the
context.
idea of a mystery God. You give them the idea of a pie in the sky. You give them the idea of something that you have to. The only way that you can bear witness to is for you to die.
Ooh.
And then once you die, then you can go and witness the majesty of it. And once you can go on, and that makes you look forward to it. That makes you, if the scripture of it encourages you to be docile, then that's what you will be.
Can any examples you could think of the scripture teaching you to be docile offhand?
Well, turn the other cheek.
Ooh. That's a good one.
You understand what I'm saying?
Word. That's a good one. Well, the one that always come to mind for me is the science of Noah's son Ham. And that because of what was said and because of what, because for one, we have to understand when we go to the history and the science of Noah, we got to know that this is a story in the Bible that was added during the Nicene Council. Right? So when you study that history, that lets you know that they was coming together with a mindset of how to figure out how to use the religion to unite church and state and control the people. So the story of Noah then said that because Ham looked at Noah when he was naked, that the seeds of Ham would then be cursed.
Right.
And all his seeds would be cursed. And the seeds of Ham was Cush and several other lineages that most people trace to that are
all of Ethiopia,
right.
Egypt, all of that,
so in a way that's why I think that and what we have to know is historically this was a teaching that was used by the Vatican. This was a teaching that was used by the early preachers and the early slave masters here in America to control slaves. That it was our destiny that we was cursed.
Well, God, it was used to justify slavery.
Right, and exactly.
And the fact that we had no souls. And we needed to be Christianized. In order to be civilized. In one of the most uncivilized, barbaric situations that ever existed on the planet.
Oh, damn. Peace, God.
The only way for these individuals to feel like you were civilized in this barbaric system was for you to be Christianized. And if you didn't go by a Christian name, then they looked at you like, you was a problem.
Well, as well as I wouldn't shit, it wasn't even a choice. It was more of this what it is or die. This what it is or catch this whip.
Get
Your
down and lay
name
down.
is no longer Toby, no longer Kunta Kinte. It is Toby. And if you don't like it, we about to put you on this thing. We about
Chop
to hit
your
you
damn
with this
foot
whip.
off. He got his foot chopped off. Get kept running.
Yeah, he was running. I don't blame you though, baby. They had to take both my feet. Shit, I'm going for freedom.
No doubt.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man, and just in terms of this, what we dealing with, man, a mystery God. This is something like the God said that, like even I like where the lessons come from. That like we're taught, and I remember being taught as a without knowledge of self and as a youth, that all of the things around me was controlled by that mystery God that I wouldn't be able to see. That when it rained, that this was the Lord's will. That the rain God was crying, he was upset. That hey, he you know, it was thundering. This was God's anger. You know, it's all these things going on. So I think that it was an entire mindset that was based around Christianity, not even Christianity, but just a mystery God. That the world that is controlled, the world that exists around us is controlled by something that we cannot see, that's invisible. Which, like you said, God is really just a system for control.
No doubt.
Which is really just a system for control.
And you know, this is one thing that I always say. You know, and I ask adults this all the time. You know, we go back and forth about the idea of a mystery God. And the individuals, you know, you can ask them specific questions, you know, and they look at this individual as he or she is an individual, as a man or a woman or a being that exists forever, that knows everybody, that's going to judge everybody one day, that's going to be able to give everybody passage or block everybody. You know what I'm saying? It has enough power within himself to be able to control all these different things and manipulate all these different things. And you know what I'm saying? Got another whole system set up somewhere else for you to be able to go and be punished by another motherfucker that he got that, you know, he's so cool with that he trusts this motherfucker to hold everybody down. You know what I'm saying? In the jail cell or in hell. You know what I'm saying? You know, because some deeper science was, you know, he had to be his man. You know what I'm saying? Shit. He had to be his man.
I never thought about that.
I mean, because it's like, yo, I mean, other than that, why is he going to be the one that's going to get all the bad guys? Wouldn't he let some of the bad guys get up there to you? You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, you a super duper bad motherfucker.
Well, for me, it was that I think they always perpetuated the narrative that it was this constant battle between good and evil.
Yeah, and if it was, I mean, so wouldn't he send some espionage up in there? You know what I'm saying? You understand what I'm saying? Come on. You know, that's the devil. Well, you know, hold on. Let me finish this thought, though.
Go ahead.
So my point is saying all that is, when you have a functional understanding of this in your head, as this is your reality, and this is what you foundate your everyday reality on, and this is what you walk and talk with, and this is how you do your thing, right? And then you have an individual like me that come along and ask you like, well, do you believe in Santa Claus?
I'm telling you.
Them motherfuckers be like, nah, like hell no, I don't believe in Santa Claus. That was some fairy tale shit. That was some shit that we was taught when we was little. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you know, we everybody know better. I mean, cause I'm like, well, listen, Santa Claus got the same characteristics as God, because he know when you good, he know when you bad, he know when you sleep, he know when you awake, he know when you been good, for goodness sake. He knows, you know, he gonna go all around the world in one night, give everybody what they want. He know what you want. He know your deepest desires. You know, all you gotta do is write a list, send some cookies and some milk, and this motherfucker, he got you $100,000. You know what I'm saying? This is God. He doing this in one night. Now you gonna tell me that, and that little bit that I just mentioned is not even the, you know what I'm saying, the ability of the supreme God that everybody holds dear, you know what I'm saying, in their mind and heart. Peace. So just to understand that there's another man named Santa Claus to be able to got these few little powers, you know what I'm saying, to everybody.
Say, damn, this like, motherfucker, he must be a bad motherfucker too. Say,
right. But however, automatically everybody totally X that out. Like, no, that's totally ridiculous for you to believe that a motherfucker could do that kind of shit. You know what I'm saying? But however, when it comes to, you know what I'm saying, the guy with even more powers, that's a man that been doing this shit forever and made everybody. It's like that's kind of ridiculous. What's a ridiculous notion to challenge to a lot of individuals.
Right. Well, it's and I think we said it earlier, God. I think that the problem is our people were taught these things in these scriptures and these books of history without a proper understanding and the knowledge of self. Like, the brother, he said it that that's the one way I always liked it. I liked it like that. That without understanding, if you was reading the Bible on face value and taking it as it lay, when the Bible say that God is like the morning star, if you took that on face value, you think God is a star. If you took that as it said, you think that what God is a star, or God is like a lily in the valley. Okay, is God a flower?
Since in some writings, the morning star is styled as Lucifer.
Right. Peace, God.
So you'll say that God was the devil.
Right. But my point is in saying that is that it has to be read with a level of understanding.
No doubt.
That with understanding, you could see that, yo, he's bright like the morning star. Yo, he's swift, he's movable, he's humble as a lily in the valley.
He said he is the morning star. The morning star is the sun.
Right, peace, God. No doubt. Well, and that's the point that I was getting to is that what we want to help do is help give the understanding. Because the understanding of these things is God is all knowing. That's what you become when you become a black man with a thorough knowledge of yourself. When you got a thorough knowledge of yourself and you have 120 degrees of knowledge and you able to build on that and add on, you should have a knowledge about all things in the world. You should be able to interact with all of these people. However, we have to, these things have to be within the realm of what? Of mathematics. You know what I mean? We want to make it so that it can be understood. When you truly read into the Bible, it tells you, it's plain as day, in black and white, that the kingdom of heaven is not here nor there, but inside you. Even Jesus said man was a God. So we have to read these things with understanding.
So that's what he was murdered for.
Peace, God. Bill.
Not only did he say he was a God, he was murdered because he stood on it.
Ooh.
You know, then he showed and proved it. You know,
and even, you know, even to the further point, man. You know, people might hear us say, you know, to further that point, you might hear us as 5%ers talk about Allah. When we say, you know, yo, it's in the name of Allah, yo, peace to Allah. Yo, we not talking about, at least I know, but me and I say, and I can say that with confidence, man. I know, and I think it further adds to the taking away the mystery, and I think that's what he was very intentional when he did that, because he understood that he was showing and proving that God was real and that God was a man and not a mystery. When we say Allah, when the 5% talk about Allah, we talking about the man who some brothers call the father, Allah of this nation, the man who took the name Allah in Harlem.
that's why we say Allah is 5%.
Sinners, peace God, peace God. We talking about Allah, who was a man.
The man. He was the man.
The man.
And I say it like that because I couldn't stand on the whole science of the reality of it not being a mystery God and black man being God, whose proper name is Allah. I couldn't stand on that science without that man dropping it the way that he dropped it when he did in 64, which was year 1. You know, and it was spread on from the first 9 born right on down, you know, right through my tree.
Peace.
You know, coming from the God, Dr. Bahu is God Allah. You know, dropped it on me, and here it is today. We still doing it. Funky Fresh live in the flesh. You know, and then we going to keep doing it. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
We're going to keep doing it. We're going to keep, you know what I'm saying, sending it on down through our babies and through other individuals that we strive to teach and that we do teach. You know, to continue to live it on through there. You know, from there. You know, and that's the whole science of it. You know, and that's why we bear witness to the Father Allah. And we say, when we say the Father Allah, we're talking about Allah the man. Not a mystery. You understand? Not a mystery. And through the science that he dropped, you know what I'm saying, that's how we came up, you know, with acronyms like arm, leg, arm, head. You know, to show that we have an understanding of the science that God is a man. You know, God is the man that's striving to live out his life as in the supreme reality. You know, because that's how the Father taught it. You know, be strong. You know, multiply. Be intelligent.
Peace,
educate yourself. You understand what I'm saying? Be a productive member of society.
Right.
You know, that's why, you know, majority of the gods, they got knowledge, and when they got knowledge, you know, from individuals that got knowledge, that came on down from the Father, these individuals were well-educated individuals. You know, and, you know, some of them even educated themselves. Just,
right.
You know, I mean, all of them educated themselves.
Right.
But when I say some of them went on to, you know, go to college, you know, what was the name of the program that a lot of the guys was going through when
Harlem Prep.
Harlem Prep, you know, through the Urban League.
That's
You know what I'm
right.
saying? Which is how they, you know what I'm saying. I think the Urban League was one of the ones that first had possession of the building that we had. You know.
And God, we did have one question, man. Mecca Margella said, "How y'all seeing today's mathematics?"
Mm.
You want me to go first? You want to answer?
Yeah, I mean, you go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say, man, I see today's mathematics as wisdom at a cipher, man, and that's really what we came to do, and that's really what we doing here on this podcast, man. Is we adding our wisdom, we letting our wisdom add a cipher, man. You know what I mean? I think it's imperative to be able to show forth and prove what you're wise in and what you know, man, and the information that you have, and that can be seen through your action. Through peace, Mecca Brilliant Energy, Allah, peace, God.
Mecca Brilliant Energy.
Peace. That's a hell of
Peace.
a name, man. We might have to get you on here so you can build on that,
Mecca
man.
Brilliant Energy.
Yeah, but no, I was saying, my wisdom adding on the cipher, man. I'm adding my wisdom on, not only to the people and to not only what we doing, but we want to show forth and prove how this wisdom is here, man. How it's present, it's alive, it's been made manifest. Once the knowledge has been made born to us, then we can wisdom the cipher. We can make it manifest. We can wisdom it. So that's how I see it, man, and that's how I'm here, man. Peace, man. Yeah, it's great to meet you, man.
Peace.
We love to get you up here for an interview, man. We loving the interview and building with all the gods in the earths, man. Peace. I see. You want to add on?
No doubt. Today's mathematics being wisdom added to the cipher. I see that as speaking to the people.
Word.
And we're speaking our truth straight to the people. And this is how you add wisdom to the cipher. You're adding wisdom to the cipher when what it is you're speaking of has some type of a substance to it. And it can't have a substance to it without it being rooted in truth. This is how we add wisdom to the cipher. Once you got something of substance that's rooted in truth and you can speak it to somebody else, and actually, once they take it, what you speaking, and apply it to themselves, that's also wisdom being added to the cipher.
Word.
So that's how I see today's mathematics.
Peace, God. Peace, man. So yeah, man. Outside of that, man, we did have we do got some music tonight, man. We're gonna drop, man. Hey, listen, I want to throw out you too. Make sure y'all in the building for Show and Prove, man. So Show and Prove has been confirmed. I've been seeing flyers. We about to get the flyer up on our page tonight. I've been meaning to post it, man. We just been behind. We're gonna get the flyer up for Show and Prove on our page, man. We're gonna be in the building. The 5% Connection gonna be in the building. D Mecca gonna be in the building. I'm gonna be there. Minister Freedom Allah, man. My man IC gonna be in the building. Make sure y'all in there for Show and Prove, man. We looking forward to seeing everybody for Show and Prove and seeing the people and connecting with us. For anybody who don't know, the annual Show and Prove is an event that our nation has. That's something that's been going on since 1970. That's held right around where a law school is, and it's definitely gonna be dope, man. So if you getting the knowledge, if you somebody that's studying and that's learning, make sure you get in the building, man, and you get in Mecca, and you get in tune, man, and you get with the gods and the earth, man. So we gonna be up in there. Anybody that may be looking to see D Mecca, you can count and you can make sure that the gods will be in the building, man. Word up.
doubt.
I see. Anything you wanna say to that?
I'm looking forward to seeing all y'all. You know what I'm saying? We will be there. And I'm looking forward to seeing everybody. Want to get the warm and embrace from everybody. Say peace, love, happiness, and in the physical, break bread. Deal with social equality and all that.
Word. And
break bread in the city.
Just before I go into the music, before we hop into that, man, for anybody who just joined in on the stream tonight, man, we just pretty much been talking about who and what is God, man. We know that God is oftenly defined as something that's a mystery, and you have several different types of religions that have a different expression on what God is and different languages and how they express God. Well, we just come to show and prove and how we see God as the 5%ers, as the gods, as the earths, and we the individuals who say we the gods. Mm-hmm. So we just want to add on in defining God, man, that from my study and from my experience, and if you show me the teaching, I'll show you where it says it's there. where all the original man has taught and has studied. You know, he always, the embodiment of God, from what I would see, is always that in likeness of man. You know what I mean? And we only say that man is God because man is the supreme being. We know that, we know for 100% fact that the very first men, the very first people, the creators, the origin, all of the very gene pool of all the people of the planet Earth has its origin and has its foundation in the original black man. So just from that point, we can safely say, beyond a shadow of a doubt, that the original black man is the creator. Is the creator.
I mean,
go ahead, guys.
Outside of that, we can just say that, you know, let's go and take the periodic table of elements.
Uh-oh.
And you got what? 93 natural elements. You know, am I correct? That's 93 natural elements.
I'm gonna double check.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I never tried to come out, you know what I'm saying, and, you know, say something like, I can't be wrong. You know, you know, from my understanding, there's 93 natural elements. However,
some people say 92, some people say 93.
Okay,
right,
you know what I'm saying?
exactly.
I'll roll with that, you know what I'm saying? My point is, every one of them natural elements you can find in the composition of the black man woman. Every natural element in the planet, in the universe. So therefore, if that is a being that has all of the natural elements in the universe existing in that one being at one time, that would mean that that being would be the most supreme of all beings.
That's right.
Thereby fulfilling the definition of what we call God.
True indeed, God.
You know, that's just, you know, a little research to go home with.
I'm telling you, as well as God, you know, one thing that always got me is you have to remember is that the image of what most people accept as God has been changed, has been flawed. The image that the majority of the people, especially in the Christian world, see of God does not reflect what those teachings say. You know, one story I always like to tell, we went to the Hare Krishna temple. I don't think he was with us, I see.
No, but I remember the story.
We went to the Hare Krishna temple, and we had that pen on. I had a pen that I got from Sean Prue that said, "The black man is God."
Right.
And we go in the Hare Krishna temple. You know, if anybody don't know, Hare Krishna is a teaching, I want to say, of Hinduism.
Yeah. It's
like off of Hinduism from India. And they came in, and right away they seen the pen. And the Indian dude, he was like, yes, brother, the black man is God. He is God. And he took me in there. He showed us the Hare Krishna. He was like, yo, Hare Krishna. He is black. He was like, he's the blue black God. And we was bugging out like, damn, okay. You know what I'm saying? But it's a reason that Europeans and that specific people took it upon themselves to change the image of Jesus and to change the image of God, to not make him have hair like wool and skin of brandished bronze.
Even though that was the description that they gave of him.
Right.
So.
Why though? Why change? You want to add on to that one, God? Why change the description? Why make him? Why give him blue eyes and blonde hair when his hair really supposed to be like wool? And make his eyes blue when the scripture says his eyes look like they had flames in them.
Well, God, when you know the reality of God, you know who and what is God. Another way to make that God into a mystery God is to give the people the image of another God or another thing that's supposed to be God. So it's not the true and living God, you know. It's the image. That's why I say you should not bear false witness. Don't worship no images. Because what they was able to do is give you an image of what God is. You know? So it's like, yo, once you can do that, you can replace the true being, you know, what God really is, what God truly is, you can replace that with an image, you know, that's in the same likeness. And you can replace the reality with the likeness. And have individuals worshiping and bearing witness to the likeness. You know, and this was done. You know, this was done, you know, in the year, you have one that was dated like in the year 1382, 1383, where they went off into Jerusalem, and I forget which crusade it was, and they went off into not Jerusalem, but I think it was Ethiopia, and they took an image of the what would be called the Black Madonna and child that was being worshipped, and they took that image back to the Vatican when it was in Poland. At one particular time, the Vatican was in Poland, and they took this image of the Black Madonna and child, and they put it in the Vatican in Poland, where all of the bishops and the cardinals would congregate yearly or annually, and they would gather around this picture, and they would bear witness to it and worship it and pray to it, and then they even took pictures of it. And the one picture that I bore witness to was dated 1382, and had a lot of these bishops, I know cardinals, you know, around this particular picture. And this was when they went off into Jerusalem, I think, where it was at that particular time, and they took that picture and they replaced it with a white picture. They took the black picture into that Vatican and started worshiping for themselves, and they placed the white picture out before the people, you know, and that's when it was into the you know, the idea and the movement of establishing the world of Christendom.
God, I just gotta pull it up, man, cause you dropping some mean jewels on them, and I just wanna you know, be able to share it. So the Black Madonna, and I can't pronounce this word. It's Czechoslovakia.
Mm-hmm.
Czechoslovakia.
Yeah, that name sounds familiar.
Czechoslovakia. The Black Madonna Czechoslovakia. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna share this image up here, just so some folks could get an understanding. That it was another way that I was gonna come with it too, that I'm gonna add on too, just to add on what you got. And then it looked like we got a question right up there, right here in the chat, man, that I'm gonna grab here in a second.
And if we look further, we could pull up the picture of the cardinals around that picture.
The Black
and
Madonna.
it was dated.
Right. Let me get this up. Let's get this up for the people. The Black Madonna Czechoslovakia.
Was it dated?
No, it ain't dated. I don't think it's dated. I mean, it's dated in the article. They got it pretty much right there where you had it at like 1340, 1380. I'm just trying to grab this window. There you go. That's the one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the Black Madonna of Czechoslovakia. I might be pronouncing it wrong. I ain't from Poland. Ain't never been to Poland. But I'm probably gonna go one of these days. I know y'all on IG. I know y'all probably can't see it yet, but I'm about to get it up. I got y'all. Peace. So yeah, this the Black Madonna of Czechoslovakia. This is what the guy was talking about in Poland. Just in terms of the Black Madonna, man. You know, and how the image has been changed, the mindset has been changed. You know, what I was gonna say too, God, to add on with you, was that for me, it's part of a system of control. That if you understand that if I change what the image of God looks like, and I say that the God and the Father and the Son, and that God is the Father, and that the Father and the Son is one and the same. And if I say that the Father has blue eyes and blonde hair, and I see that the people who are in control and are in power has blue eyes and blonde hair, and then subconsciously you would then believe in your mind, after understanding and believing in this religion, you would then take it for yourself that these people must be the chosen people of God. they must be God's son because they look just like the image of God looks. They look exactly like it. They got the blonde hair, they got the blue eyes. They got to be the people.
Or either God is a wicked motherfucker and he got these motherfuckers doing some shit that ain't right.
Peace, God.
That's all I'm saying. Because anybody with common sense, and this is what, and I'm going into the thinking of an individual in the days of slavery. And to give an individual that teaching, imagine how far outside of himself he had to be able to accept that. That God was blind hair and blue eyes and pale skin. And he's the same individual that got him up under this torture and torment. You understand what I'm saying?
Well, it even God. I remember that's why I always tell people that's learning from me when they get to that degree in the lessons, God. And will you sit at home and wait for a mystery God to bring you food? You know, and then when they get to that sentence where it say emphatically no, me and my people have been lost from home 379 years, have tried this so-called mystery God for food, clothing, and a home, and received nothing but hard times, hunger, nakedness, and beaten, also thrown out of doors, and also beaten and killed by the same ones who advocated that kind of God. That was the bar for me. Like, whoa, wait a minute.
Listen, God.
Like, we've been beaten and killed and attacked by the same people who said that they the people of God. That the Vatican Church, we all know that. Even in America, the Catholics were some of the biggest slave traders. They were some of the biggest slave traders. The Vatican ordained slavery. So it's like, but these the people who saying, yo, you need to believe. These the same people that handed us the scripture. These the same people that gave us the Bible and said this is what we gonna believe. That's the old African. I don't even want to say old African proverbs. I know it ain't that old, but I know I accept it as a proverb. They said in the beginning we had the land and they had the book and they gave us the book. And when we opened our eyes, they had the land.
Well, God.
See.
Well, that degree right there, you know what I'm saying, it takes you to a lot of understanding in regards to the fact that, you know, it opened my eyes up to a lot. You know, that degree helped to make me, you know, not anti-white nor pro-black. Because I could say the things that I was just saying in regards to Europeans or white people or, you know what I'm saying, colored people, whatever you may call them or not. And, you know, I can turn around and I can say the same thing about my own.
Bill, God.
You know what I'm saying? Being robbed, killed by the same ones that advocated what it was or what it is that I'm saying that I am. You know, the same individuals. So I had to step back and look at things, you know, more logically and say that, you know, that's why I understood where the teacher comes from, that in this day and time, especially after getting knowledge yourself, you can't blame the white man no more. You understand what I'm saying? Because it ain't the white man doing it. We've been so systematically programmed that, you know, the Willie Lynch letter was a teaching. It was a tool to be used. Because we can't show and prove that it was an actual fact. You know, it was an actual letter written by an individual named Willie Lynch, at least from my research. You know, I wasn't able to show and prove him as a real live individual, but the history and the principle of what it means and, you know, what it is about still stands true. To the fact that you could implant this teaching in an individual so deep into his or her subconscious that you don't even have to be around to make sure that the teaching is implemented no more, because it becomes a self-perpetuating thing to where they do it to themselves. You don't even need a field nigga no more, or a house nigga or overseer, you know, or a police officer, you know, one and the same. But I'm just saying, you don't need those no more at a particular time when you got the teaching, you know, planted into the subconscious. Because, you know, they'll infect themselves with it. And now in this day and time, we can't say that it's the white man's fault. You know, the white man got his foot on our back, got our foot on our neck. A lot of times, you know, you the one with your own foot on your neck. You know, so all we gotta do is just get the knowledge of self. Even if you don't get knowledge of self, just learn how to do better and be the best version of yourself. And that'll lead you to the right path, which is knowledge of self. Because being the best version of yourself means that you got to know who you are, you know, and know what you're not. And don't be the worst version, be the best.
Best version.
You know?
Peace, God.
Peace.
I like that, man. Peace, God. Absolutely, man. And you know, that's one thing I always think about and always come to know, had an understanding of, is that when you gain knowledge of self, man, like I just seen B. Born said in the comments, man, we gonna be about here to be civilized. That the man with knowledge should be a complete change, should be a turn from the man he was without knowledge. Like, this here to grow. We here to become positive and good and upstanding citizens of society, examples of society. That's when we talk about. That's why I was gonna say that earlier. When we talk about our law, when we say all praise due to Allah, and we give praises, and we say it's a reason why people say, "Yo, the Father said," or Allah said this, or Allah said that, or the firstborn said this. Like, some people look at it a certain type of way, but I understand why they saying it, because they look at Allah as a standard. As a standard, they look at him as, this is an individual who came, who gave his time, who gave his energy, and gave his life to say, yo, I'm about to go out in the community. Yo, I'm going to teach these young brothers. He taught them 9, then became a father, became a man, and showed and led all of these different young brothers and different people in a positive direction. Helped take brothers to go to school, help bring into motion a physical building and a place where they could come together and learn and study, broaden their horizons, gave them the teachings that gave him life, and then say, yo, y'all teach on. That's a hell of an example, man. Those some big shoes. That's why people will say the things that he said and repeat the things that he said in the way that he said it, because he's an example, man. We give praises to, you know. So that's a but even this, I go back to the bill that we making. That's what being a God is all about. That's what being a God is. You a God when you do these type of things. When you go out into your community and get it in. When you go out here and get your first 9 born. When you go out here and teach your community. When you go out here and stop riots, man. When you go out here and tell brothers who got warrants and who got shit over their head to go turn themselves in and clean themselves up. That's what gods do, and that's what we here to do, man. Because we the sons, and we here to keep it going. Bill, God.
And that's why, you know, when you're a Christian, you talk about Jesus so much, but the reality of why you talk about Jesus so much is because you're not supposed to worship him, but you're supposed to use him as an example.
Oh.
That's supposed to be the example that you're supposed to make sure that you're doing every day. Everything that the God just said, I envisioned that that's what Jesus would do. They said, what would Jesus do?
Right in his eye.
That's what Jesus would do. That's why we teach that he was our righteous brother.
Right in his eye, yeah.
We don't teach that he was somebody that we worship. You know, we teach that he was a prophet. You know, we teach that he was somebody that was teaching freedom, justice, and equality to everybody, to all human families of the planet Earth. That's why we stand up. We're not anti-white or we're not pro-black. We teach the truth. You know, you got motherfuckers running around here, running up in supermarkets, shooting people because they black, and they're part of the individuals that's against what they call in this critical race theory thing. You know, and all that's doing is teaching people the truth, teaching the history, you know, of America. You know, you can't whitewash the shit. They done did that, and we done dispelled it. You know, and in this day and time, you still gotta fight against it.
Right. And
you know,
and what be crazy to me is that if anybody had reason and had cause to be up in arms, who would it really be? You know, which is a whole nother conversation, but it's just like, you know, it's sometimes we read things. I've read things, and even I had a grandbrother over here today. He's getting the knowledge of himself. He's studying with me, and I put him on that Goodbye Uncle Tom. For anybody who ain't seen Goodbye Uncle Tom, and you don't know about slavery and don't know about the teachings and and don't know about what happened with black people, you need to go on Google and go watch Goodbye Uncle Tom. But he was upset. He was just infuriated. I was just seeing the brother over there with his fist balled up. He was pissed. I was like, bro, it's just a movie, man. It's art. Art imitates life, but it's like, yo, man, there's a passion that exists inside the black man and the black man and woman. It's just, lucky for them, man. We positive creatures. We righteous at heart. You know what I mean? Word.
And that's the best part.
Right, peace, God. That's the best part.
That's the best part.
Yeah,
that's the best part. And that's how we show and prove who and what is God, because we always going to make sure that we stay on the top part of the 8. You know what I'm saying? Meaning we're going to stay stuck on positivity. I don't want to see nobody hurt about nothing.
I'm telling you.
I don't even want to see your feelings hurt. I mean, sometimes they do, but your feelings, that you get over it. But however, anything past that, we ain't really trying to, go there with nobody about nothing. I want everybody to be peaceful. I want everybody to feel good. I want, when you interact with me, when you come into my cipher, when you leave, I want you to say that was a positive experience. You know what I'm saying? I like that, brother. I don't want nothing other than that. It's all about peace.
Yeah, peace, God. Yeah, no, it definitely is. No, you know what I mean. No, but and I agree. I don't think that. I don't want to say we taking. I don't want anybody to think that we taking away from the devilishment of even that, because it was definitely devilishment. You know what I'm saying?
I think, I'm not even addressing
I think that was definitely devilishment. However, I think even to the God's point about why we not anti-white, I think ultimately it's gonna take us to teach people in those communities to then go teach their people so that they can clean their own people up, just like we got to clean our own people.
Well, that's all a part of getting knowledge
yourself.
You know
what I'm saying? I think that's really what this is.
That's why you can't be anti-black or pro-black when teaching knowledge yourself, especially when you know that we teach all human families of the planet Earth. Teaching all human families of the planet Earth means you're going to teach black, brown, yellow, and white. All parts of the spectrum. And you have to be able to identify with all these individuals and be able to come to them right where they're at, on the level that they're at. So you're gonna come in contact with white people. You're gonna come in contact with brown people, with yellow people. And you're gonna have to know where they're at in the spectrum of things and be able to deal with them on those things. And like the God said, in regards to dealing with white people and dealing with that type of a mentality that they're dealing with, which I will call a sickness, which is white supremacy, you have to teach them. And you have to teach them to go back. Once you can teach them, you have to teach them to go back and teach their people. They have to teach their people. The brown people have to teach their people. The yellow people have to teach their people. And it's gonna all come back to the one.
Which is the original man.
The original man, the black man.
True indeed.
And
God, I don't mean to cut your wisdom, man. This has been a really great build, man. I hope y'all really been enjoying this. No, Jackie King, we are not a part of the NOI. No, we are not. A lost 5%, man. What we are is something totally separate from the NOI. However, there are some pieces and some elements of our culture that have their origin in the Nation of Islam.
They're poor righteous teachers just like we are.
They poor righteous teachers just like we are. However, we definitely on the same spectrum.
They have their nation and we got ours.
Absolutely. Peace, God. I like what the God said. They have a nation and we have our nation. Those are our brothers, though. So what we do, because it's been such a great build, man. We've been building the hour. Y'all notice the God Nerf Hour podcast, but we do got some tracks we got to premiere, man. Y'all know how we do. We not only do we like to build and add on and drop science, man, and go through the bills and go through our teachings and go through our way of life. We also like to show some love to the different gods and sometimes the earths that's making music and that's kicking it and that's doing their thing in the music world. We want to highlight them. We want to do an add on. So I got a couple tracks that I want to rock and roll for y'all tonight. Y'all let me know what y'all think about the tracks in the comments, and we gonna keep it up and rolling, man. So the first one, I got my man Brass Fresco. Peace to the God.
Peace to the God.
My man I Power. We gonna run a track from the God's album. It's a law. The arm, leg, arm, head. We gonna run a track from that. You know what I'm saying? Peace to the God. That's
Peace,
my
God.
man, my Black Seed man. Peace to the God. I Power, my man Raz Fresco. Peace to the God. I'm gonna let him rock. Y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments, and we're gonna keep it rolling, man. Peace.
Peace.
Shit, just a different day. Look, my best hair says nothing like pure. Story of my life, maybe something like yours. Nothing like yours. Another night burn like herb. Life turned to ashes like the perp. License jerk. I judge, slightly smirk. Is you high trying to fight with words? Strap in your hands while body work. Mind don't high alert. Slide in the earth. She inquired to ride it first. The far cry from you guys and skirts. Blinding the youth for diamonds in a man purse. Before you get fly, you gotta stand first. Before you get rich, you need to take a chance first. Sacrifice present bliss for the future earns. Accelerate for dough like CERN. A whole never learn why I teach, not my concern. They put the white flag up, then they sent in the drones. Babylon with the babies in the battle zone, scrambling home, feeling the love is unknown. Never answer unknown numbers on my phone. A million calls with no one asks about my mental zone. Babylon, babies in battle zone, scrambling home, feeling the love is unknown. Never answer unknown numbers on the phone. A million calls with no one asks about my mental zone. Mental zone.
So it's a fact that the first human beings on the planet were black, right? So therefore, that's our environment. That's our origin. That's where we all come from. We all come from the same root. You know what I mean? And when we don't understand that, that causes division, right?
You know, I don't smoke anything that they market to black people.
My light ass. Really?
That's where the poison is, as far as I'm concerned.
Light this up.
I can't make it that easy, baby.
It's like puff, passing away we go. Rapping away with ratio. Mama, that's me on the radio. Wow, wouldn't that be crazy? Say the real shit ain't make money no more. That's what they say. Why I feel like my bitch don't love me no more. That bitch not gonna do it. It's for my young niggas post by the corner store. Every day feel like you're going to war. Feel like you're knocking on all the doors. You know, on top of that, call the police. Say the real shit ain't make money no more. Why I feel like my bitch don't love me no more. Blow brains to this, the frequency boost. Safari animals on the loose, the hood on black. Hey, yo, attack loose, fall back, you might catch trap. I extract you from that whack shit meant to distract you. You in amazement and amazement, made integrated, half cyborg computer slave. You can make music for days, cooler than a shade. Boomerang, knew you come back, ocean wave. You and your over emotional gang, lame. Same, we could never be. It's like cars and planes, splash cars and bait. North side, the north face, shit in the porch. I jumped off the porch, joined the forest lanes. Blood in my veins, Mr. Johnson, Bill denied what the court said. Flooded with shade. Niggas wanted knowledge like they wanted plugs for the king. And all our sons that had businesses before they voices changed. The voices I speak for is something strange. Take it for granted what we died for back in the days. Like sickos, the Lizzo, fat bag and endo had me straight cake to the Izzo. I heard the beat, it was like the bat signal. Hey yo, leg, arm, head, the stat symbol. I drop scriptures, you drop rap singles. Difference. Mama, that's me on the radio. Wow, wouldn't that be crazy? Say the real shit ain't make money no more. Why I feel like my bitch don't love me no more. It's for my young niggas post by the corner store. Every day feel like you're going to war. Feel like you're knocking on all the doors. You know, on top of that, call the police. Shit ain't make money.
Peace to the God.
Peace.
That's my
peace.
man Raz Fresco, man. Peace to the God, man. If you enjoyed the God track, man, y'all let us know what you thought about it in the comments. Drop some flames or drop whatever, man. You gonna let us know, man. So we got one more track. We're gonna get up out of here for the
As
night,
usual,
man.
the
We
God
got
is
the God.
dope.
We got the God, my man. Escrow 7, man. Peace to the God.
Back. That God, that's growing
Yo,
back.
he got it lighted. We about to play lighted, man. Escrow 7, man. Peace to my man Supreme King, man, aka Escrow 7, man, out there in Fort Wayne, Indiana, man. The young God out here dropping his little flames. He kicking it, man. I want to make sure the God like it. Yeah, yo, say the guy East Coast accent was a little too heavy. Well, yo, the God is from Canada, man. You know what I'm saying? God up in Toronto, man. But he got some jewels for y'all, man. You just gotta do the knowledge. Y'all let me know what y'all thought. Y'all see some flames, yo. Peace to y'all. Peace for the love, my man. Ras Fresco. So next up, man, I'm gonna let Escrow 7 rock, man. See what y'all think about the God. He sent us a clip in from SoundCloud. And listen too, man. If y'all guys, if you God and you Earth out there, and you making music, and you want us to play your track, man, and you trying to help get your music out to the world, or to the people, or just to our audience, man, send us your track, man. Send us what you got. We'll play it. We're gonna critique it. We'll let you know what we think about it, man, and we can build, man. So we want to not only spread the knowledge, man. We want to help expose us to us, man. So let's keep it rolling. So I got Escrow 7, man. Peace to the God. Light it.
Fight to achieve round. Yeah, hey, yeah, let's go, man. Yeah. I'm cracking shit, Da Vinci Code, the way I write it, ayy. They tracking shit, sissy, so no way to hide them, ayy. Niggas thoughts, I see a style, they try to bite it, ayy. Like this and that, I'm rolling the pound, I gotta light it, ayy. I'm cracking shit, Da Vinci Code, the way I write it, ayy. They tracking shit, sissy, so no way to hide them, ayy. Niggas thoughts, I see a style, they try to bite it, ayy. Like this and that, I'm rolling the pound, I gotta light it, ayy. Still on my right side while I'm out here in the field. Try to keep it chill, niggas still getting killed. God hit my line like peace, what's the deal? I'm like Link with the squad, round 8, let's build. Coolin' with my set, and we smoking on some hazardous. Effect the 85, reset the mind like Lazarus. BLN, Army, and you know you see the flag with us. One nation, under piece of butter, suckers mad at us. Pulled up, all black Jeep with the logo. Lil' mama, yeah, she work for me, doing promo. Me and Ricky still got these bitches getting low ho. Cash out, I just got my bag and cop the Golo. Enter the dragon, I feel like Bruce. The colors of my banner match up with my suit. I'm a gorilla and you know I'm in pursuit. Back on your ass for that pack in your loot, right? Like give me the loot. I'm cracking shit, Da Vinci Code, the way I write it, ayy. They tracking shit, sissy, so no way to hide them, ayy. Niggas thoughts, I see a style, they try to bite it, ayy. Like this and that, I'm rolling the pound, I gotta light it, ayy. I'm cracking shit, Da Vinci Code, the way I write it, ayy. They tracking shit, sissy, so no way to hide them, ayy. Niggas thoughts, I see a style, they try to bite it, ayy. Like this and that, I'm rolling the pound, I gotta light it, ayy.
Everything that you see walk on this fucking planet Earth is in the DNA. It's God. And we manifest these things to happen. Nothing can happen without us. I keep telling y'all that. Y'all keep being tricked for what? You being fooled for what? We wasn't no slaves. There came no slave ships. There were no slave ships. That shit was prison ships. We are prisoners at war here in America. Don't keep playing with me. We are prisoners at war. All right? We never was no slave. We never had a slave mentality. We never was slaves. We didn't come. We were came from kings and queens.
Ooh, I wasn't expecting you to throw that law of freedom on there at the end. That was clutch.
Yeah.
God came through with that. I like that. I'm gonna have to call the guy like, yo, that was some flamers. I'm okay, God, I see you, baby.
Wasn't expecting that one.
Yeah, I see him. Yo, you get some love on the gram, God. Peace to the God. That was nice. Word. Peace to the God. I see. Any thoughts on the God track?
Yo, I always appreciate the God's music. You know what I'm saying? The God is nice. You know.
Yeah, the
ending was fire. You know, y'all need to go back. Look the God up on YouTube, whatever kind of music he got, you know what I'm saying? Just get into his joint. You know, the God is fire, you know.
Yeah, that was nice. I'm gonna put this joint.
We need to put some backing behind the God, you know, Ras Fresco. And
oh, well, you know, that's we on it. We on.
I mean, I'm just saying both of the guys, you know what I'm saying? We got to put our support behind them guys, you know. They got good music out here.
Yeah, no doubt. I liked that. Well, what I'm gonna do, God, it's gonna be the link to the video, man, for anybody who wanna follow or check them out, man. You can go right into the link of the video, man. Right on YouTube, on Facebook, man. That's my man Escrow 7. Peace to the God. You can definitely check him out. We're gonna have the link on YouTube, man. If you ain't already, make sure you follow us on YouTube, man, or on Facebook. You know what I mean? We looking to build up our YouTube presence. and so we can get and reach a broader audience of people, man. Appreciate everybody else on been tuning in with us and rocking with us this whole time on IG, to the fam on TikTok, man, on Facebook, on YouTube. Y'all know it's always a pleasure and always an add-on having y'all on the God and Earth Hour podcast, man. Peace to y'all, man. Listen, if y'all got any questions, any add-ons before we get up out of here, make sure you drop them, man. But we about to go and close out the stream. Y'all know how we do, man. It's the God and Earth Hour, and we got to keep it up on the hour. I see any add-ons before we get up out of here.
I just want to say peace to everybody. I hope, if you had a thirst to get some new knowledge or hear something, intriguing, and stimulate your mental, I hope we were able to, satisfy that in one way or another, and if not, then give us a clue to how we can do that. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what we're here for. We're here for the people. We're here to make sure that, we can give you some information and bring you some information that's entertaining at the same time. Ooh. That's what we're here to do. Make sure that, you can enjoy yourself on a Friday night with some stimulating mental energy, And I want to say peace to all the 5%ers, all of Allah's 5%, all of the positive people, all of the righteous people that's listening to us. I appreciate y'all coming here, and I appreciate y'all, giving us your time.
Word. Yeah, no, God, I definitely agree, man. Thanks to everybody that's supporting us, man. Make sure y'all follow, y'all add on it. Man, if y'all enjoyed the stream, if y'all want to support us financially, if y'all want to donate to what we doing, man, y'all can go to the 5%connection.live. We do got a little merchandise, man, if y'all want to show us some love in that way. If you're looking for shirts, jackets, and hoodies, man, you can go to the knowledgeofselfstore.com. And we keep it rolling, man. Other than that, man, y'all make sure y'all in here Tuesday. We working to get a real special guest. You know what I mean? We had a guest planned for tonight, but we had some schedule changes. But we definitely got some more stuff coming. But y'all know how we do, no matter who up in here, even just me, no matter, me and IC came to build. We came to add on anyway. So that's what we gonna do no matter what. As well as we working to get some other guys on the panel, some other guys in the stage, so we can introduce some different perspectives, as well as keep coming with the powerful content. If y'all got any questions or and I can't forget, if you're interested in getting the knowledge, if you're ready to learn, if you're ready to connect with the gods and the earths, if you're ready to find where the gods and the earths are in your specific area, in your geographical location, you can go to the 5%connection.com. It's the website right at the top of our screen. Drop your info, your name, your phone number, your email address, man, and we pass it off to the gods and earths close to you, and we get you rocking and rolling and get you with this knowledge. Because this is not something that we can email you. This is not something that you're going to find in a book. It's not written on a wall, written on a stone tablet. It's written in the minds and the hearts of the gods and the earths, man. And the only way for you to learn it and for you to get it is for you to walk and talk with us, man. So that's what it is, man. So on that, we're going to greet y'all and leave y'all in the same way we met y'all, man. And that's in the universe.